And you're listening to Blueshirt
Underground Show,
the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
Can't BS a Ranger fan. Can't BS a Ranger fan.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show Patreon exclusive. Today is Wednesday. It is August the 21st. My name is Jim. I do not believe Eddie will be joining us tonight. Eddie is recuperating. He's down for a couple weeks, he told me, but hopefully maybe next week or the week after he'll be back in time for training camp. So I told him, I said, I don't want to, I don't want the Patreon people to feel like we've abandoned them for the summer. So I told him I was going to come on and figured we'd just talk for a couple of minutes, check in, see how everybody's summer's going. So how's your summer going? Hope everybody's doing well. It's nice to see Patty is here. Max Landerman is here. Rob Scotty, Matt Morello, VW Eurotrash, and Kim. Nice to see all of you here. And as always, we thank you for your support. I apologize. Well, we apologize for the lack of shows this summer. This is, hey, Sean. Not, usually we keep the shows going all summer, but there's been just no news. And hey, John Riggs, what's up? There's just nothing to talk about. I mean, there's been very little player movement. I mean, if you want to count Sam Carrick and Riley Smith, but we already covered that because that all happened pretty early in the summer. Chad Ruhwedel's been re-signed. Ryan Lindgren's been re-signed for a year. Matt Robertson got an extension. Lindgren got a year, which I think I just said. I looked at whatever is passing for cap space or cap friendly. What is it? Puckpedia, I think. Rangers have $623,000 in cap space as it stands right now. So it's just been a very, very lackluster, well, maybe not lackluster, but boring summer. We've had no coach change this year, thank God. We've had no big free agency signings, no big splash trade. So there just hasn't been a lot to talk about. There's no pandemic to speak of. So it's been a long time since we've had a Ranger game to talk about. We do have a new goaltender coach. We'll talk about that in a minute. So any changes that come to the Rangers roster are going to come, we can assume, at the trade deadline, whoever's being dangled. I know some Ranger fans had visions of Patrick Laine in their heads. That was squashed the other day. He was traded to Montreal, right? So if you had hopes of somehow the Rangers finding money and space for Patrick Laine, you can forget it because he has found a new home. So John Riggs, I'm glad you're having a great summer. I am too. Summer, of course, as always, is flying by. We're here at August 21st already, but that does mean that we're about maybe 3 weeks away from training camp. Training camp is usually right around the middle of September. And tomorrow we will be 1 month away from the Rangers' preseason debut, September 22nd against the Boston Bruins. Rangers will play the Bruins twice in the preseason. They'll play the Devils twice and the Islanders twice. And yes, we will get to what is possibly the biggest Ranger news that's happened all summer. We will talk about Sam in a few minutes. I did watch a little bit of the Gretzky Cup. that's how hurting I was for sports and hockey itself. I watched a little bit of that last week. That was some interesting stuff. I do have a Matt Rempe video to show you guys. Rangers have a new goaltending coach, which that was announced today. Jeff Malcolm will be taking over. And I found a video that he has that I was going to show you guys as well. This is just, like I said, there's just not much to talk about. This was just kind of get together for a few minutes, say hello, see how everybody's summer's going, catch up on the latest, and then we'll send you back in. We'll see you back in a couple of weeks. But you guys are our patrons. You guys are the ones that carry the freight, as I like to say. So we didn't want to just leave you hanging because I think it's been about a month since Eddie and I were on the air. Something like that, because then Eddie was away in Chicago visiting his wife's family, and then we were going to do something when he came back, and then I didn't hear from him, and I reached out to him last week or the other day and asked him if he was up for getting together this week, and that was when he told me that he's recuperating. So I did send him the guest link. I said, well, if you're bored and you're feeling up to it, he knows I don't like to do these things by myself. But, like I said, he's recuperating, so I don't expect him. He's invited, but not expected. So, yeah, Rangers with their $623,000 in cap space. That is near the bottom of the league as far as available cap space. I have a Matt Rempe video. If you want to see this, I'll show this to you guys. Matt Rempe talking about hearing his name on Garden Ice. Let me see. We can play this for you. They love him.
And easy time, love getting punched.
Up there with Richter and Hank.
I remember it was like 8 games in, and I had like a forecheck and got to get hit, and I was getting off the ice and somebody started chanting. That was the first time. I was like, what's going on? I was like, I had no idea what was going on. It was the coolest thing. It makes me want to rip my heart out of my chest, run through a wall. It's incredible.
Gadjevich, who's back in the lineup after missing the last 2 games, number 12. A strong man, Gadjevich. Leads the team in penalty minutes. Rempe, fans react every time Rempe touches the puck, Joe.
A love affair going on here. He's taken this city by storm, hasn't he?
So yeah, that was I think that was the Fanatics thing that they did recently. Matt Rempe was there, Hank was there, Mike Richter, and I think there were some Giants players. What's up, Danielle? Good to see you. Not excited about this season. Well, you don't start getting excited until once they take the ice and they win a couple of games, then you start getting excited, and then and we go from there. And at some point, I'm sure there'll be player movement. I think it'll all revolve around the trade deadline, and we'll see. And you'll be sucked right back in. Rempe for a Gordie Howe hat trick next year. That would be nice. Would that be great? So a couple of we did have the news did break last week that Sam Rosen has decided that this will be his final season as the Rangers play-by-play announcer on MSG. And it's bittersweet. I know Eddie will not share this sentiment. He's going to tell you it's how many years too late, whatever. But I will miss Sam. I think we're all going to miss Sam. And I'm not just going to miss Sam because we like his clips and his goofs and his gaffes and everything else. a majority of this fan base has never known anybody but Sam Rosen as the Rangers play-by-play man. So, it's going to be a little bittersweet to see Sam go, and it'll be interesting to see who they replace him with. I know there's a lot of people that feel that way, and it is time for him to go. I still say that if you gave him a better partner like Dave Maloney, I'd be fine with Sam sticking around for another 5 years, because I think Joe is what really drags down the broadcast. I can live with the mistakes. I can live with the butchered names and the mistakes and the goal when the puck's in the net, or the save when the puck's in the net, the ping. When he says yells save Igor, but you hear the ping, all that shit. I can put up with that. It's Joe that to me really drags down the broadcast. So we will spend, I'm sure, a large portion of this year talking about Sam, and there'll be lots of clips, new clips, old clips, and we could do 4 nights of shows just on Sam, I'm sure. But he's a New York legend. I mean, he's done started doing Cosmos soccer, and he did Giants football, preseason football, Golden Gloves on MSG. Back when it was probably when I was in high school, he was doing that. And then, of course, 40 years as the voice of the Rangers. He's iconic. And yeah, it's probably time, but I still think Joe is the drag on the ticket, as they say. So that's been the biggest news of late regarding the Rangers, unless you count hiring Jeff Malcolm as goaltending coach. So I'm just looking to see who's here in the chat. I think I did say hello to everybody that's here. Mike Silvers. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. Well, yeah, Kenny is like the hardest working man in show business. He's got hockey and football. Does Fox, does he still do I don't even know if Fox does baseball anymore. Does Fox still have baseball on the weekends? He used to do that. Sam was doing Bears preseason. I don't know if he still does that. But the MSG end of the season, what was that? What's that, Danielle? So, hey, Deanna, there you are. Nice to see you. So yes, is that a yes to my question if Sam still does Bears preseason football, which I always thought was pretty weird, honestly. Oh, he does Fox baseball and backup, right? He still does the Knicks too, right? Yeah. So yeah, Kenny's a hard-working man. The Rangers are going to have to make it worth his while. Oh, huge sale. Oh, gotcha. Okay. MSG Network, huge sale. Lots of. Oh, okay. Now your other statement makes sense. A sea of Kane and Trouba jerseys. Okay. Gotcha. Sam no longer does the Bears. I guess he doesn't need the money. Is he gonna find a way to make some pocket change when the MSG contract runs out? Hats for $5, huh? Was that open to everybody, or was that just a season ticket holder thing they were doing? So, what else we got going on? There's a couple other few things. Just this is more fringe stuff, but I have the Hartford schedule is out, and yesterday they announced their promotion schedule because everybody had such a good time on the Hartford trip last year that we definitely want to do that again this year. And there's the Hartford, and it's for everyone, but only for 2 days. Gotcha. I didn't hear about it. There's the Hartford Wolfpack promotional schedule for this year. And their group, the guy that we met last year, Patrick, who works in their group sales department, who helped us with last year's getting tickets last year, and he came down and met us during the game. He's already reached out to me to ask me if we're coming back. And I told him that we were, and we're just waiting for we're waiting for the promotion announcement. And now we've got it. And I see Sonar's birthday, which is December 14th, which was the day we went. That was the game we went to last season. But it doesn't list whether or not they're going to have the on ice with the players, which was really what what was the big draw for us. We want to do that again. So I have to figure out when. I'll reach out to this guy and find out if they've decided when they're doing that. They do have listed down here post-game activities. There's a skate with the team. There's 2 of those actually. And then there's pictures with the team on November 16th, but I don't know if that's the on ice thing or if they're just going to have the players set up in the in the concourse to do the to do the meet and greets. I don't know exactly what the New York Rangers night is. It just says bobblehead giveaway. And I know they did a bobblehead giveaway last year. They gave away an Igor bobblehead. So I'm guessing it's something like that. That could be, I don't know if that's, it could be something similar. Maybe that's a Rempe bobblehead night. Who knows? But I'm going to look at this, and I'll reach out to them and figure out if they know, if there's going to be an on ice thing with the players again, and and we'll get that set up, and like we did last year, you guys will get first crack at the tickets, and then we'll open it up to the rest of the group, anybody that wants to go. So that'll be fun. We'll do it on a Saturday or a Sunday again. The skate would be fun too, but that. You don't get a lot of interaction with the players, and so I'm hoping they're doing something like what we went to, because that was cool, going out on the ice and getting to see all the players, or we go for emo night, which I think we'll skip emo night. But anyway, so that's what's going on with the Hartford Wolfpack. We will be doing that again. Viewing party. Probably no. I looked at the schedule when it came out. November or December, we'll try and set something up. We'll do a viewing party. We'll be going back to McHale's. I'm sure we'll do at least 2 this year, just like we did last year. Last year there were 3. One was a playoff one. We're not doing any more playoff viewing parties. What was $2 beer night? I think is during the week. Usually those nights are those type of promotions are during the week. Oh, I'm sorry. It's every Friday home game, $2 drafts. Yeah, emo. Yeah, I can't picture this group there for emo night. Friday nights would be a little tough for a lot of people, though. That's a long drive for a lot of people to make on a Friday. So I think we're going to try and do it on a Saturday or a Sunday again. And hopefully it could all work out like it did last year. We'll go Sunday to the tavern downtown across the street. Watch football, and then go to the hockey game. We had a blast. That was a great time, and like I said, we'll get it set up. We'll get a date picked out once I can talk to Eddie, and we'll start figuring out when they're doing what, and we'll do that again, and then we'll get into the season. Now, the one other thing I wanted to tell you guys about, and this is a Patreon only thing. Next, and it's a long way off, but I'm still putting it out there because we're excited about it. We have wanted a pool in our backyard for years. Well, since I moved into this house and long before I moved into this house with Jen, we wanted a pool in the backyard, and we always said that if we ever got a pool in the backyard, we would throw a BSU pool party. Well, the deposit has been put down on the pool. We did that in early July. So next spring, they will be putting a pool in our backyard right behind where I sit when I do shows outside. And we were going to throw a BSU Patreon pool party for you guys next summer. So we will give you plenty of advance notice. I'm going to try and set up. I'm going to talk to the nice hotel that's here in town and see if maybe they'll give us a break on rates, because I'm sure some of you are going to want to stay the night, and yeah, we'll get it all figured out, and we'll have We'll have beer and food. We're going to cater the whole thing. We've already talked about, we're not going to barbecue or anything because we want to just be socializing and have fun. So we'll have it catered, have you guys come, and maybe we'll get a keg of beer or something, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll have a BSU Patreon pool party just for you guys. One of the ways we're going to we can show appreciation for you guys. We'll have you all out here to Pennsylvania. We're about an hour and 15 minutes from the city. Longer if you come by, there's a bus that comes right into Bethlehem, which will leave you about 5 minutes from our house. So there's plenty of ways to get here. And Matt Zenobia has already told me he's coming in from Ohio. I actually offered him, I think he'll stay here at the house with us. I offered him a spot because I knew he'd be coming from a long way away. So I said, if you come, you can stay with us. We're not cooking. No cooking that day. It's a socializing, music, drinking. We don't want anybody cooking. We're gonna cater it. We're gonna get food from somewhere. We'll figure it out. We'll have wings and pretzels, Philadelphia Pretzel Company, and all kinds of food, sandwich platters. I don't know. Don't worry about it. If there's one thing Jen loves besides the Rangers and her kids, she loves throwing a party. She loves planning a party. She loves hostessing a party. So trust me, it'll be a good party. So that'll be something to look forward to for next summer. Once sometime in July or August, we'll do that. We'll all have you all out here to the house, and Eddie will be here. So I tell you right now, as soon as Costa hears about this, he's gonna want rides. I'm gonna have to get some tents in the backyard. There you go. There'll be room. So, well, here's the thing. Josh Gimbel is a member of Patreon. Now, he's not here tonight. I think he's up at his cabin. And he's going to be invited, and I'm hoping he makes the trip. And if he makes the trip, Cutter will be invited. Even though he's not a Patreon, I will invite him because but I don't think he'll come. I just think Jeff's anxiety about being out of his element and being around so many people, I just think it's a little much for him. And I get that. So I hate people, but I love gatherings. Nice Randall Graves reference. What's up, Ryan? Ryan, say hello to my buddy Matt for me. Big Met win today. I don't know I guess you could call it a big Met win. Actually, John Cutter was offered someone made him an offer. Dr. B offered to sponsor Jeff in the Patreon group, and Jeff didn't want it. Dr. B offered to pay for Jeff to be in the group. I'm surprised Dr. B is not here. I wonder if maybe he didn't get my email. And I did not send him a Facebook message, but I'll send him the link. But Jen in a swimsuit is too much for me, Deanna. But yeah, I just don't. I don't think Cutter would make the trip. If Josh was coming, Josh would say you should invite Cutter, and he would certainly be welcome. But I don't think he'll make the trip. I don't think so. But anyway, so that's something on the list for the upcoming season, or for, I should say, next off season. And who knows? Maybe the hockey gods will smile, and with Sam retiring, maybe he'll give us one more to last a lifetime. You never know. Then wouldn't that be a party? We'll raise a banner right in the backyard. So something to look forward to for next summer. The pool goes in probably the end of April, beginning of May, depending on weather. And then I told Jen we just got to get the water warmed up enough where I'll go in. I don't like cold pool water. Sam has an open invitation to come on the show after he retires. He could fill in when Eddie or I can't make it. He could co-host. So other than that, I don't have. We would have a parade down the street. Abso-fucking-lutely. That would be a great idea, actually. So yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So we've got a fun season, planned for you guys, and we'll be doing our post-game recaps. I think I think post-game recaps are all going to be on YouTube like this, where I will post a link for the post-game wrap-up show, and we'll do it on YouTube, because a lot of the Facebook, so what I'm looking for, the Facebook rules for posting to groups and restream posting to groups have changed, and they've made it a lot more difficult. And I just think it's going to be a lot easier if I just post a link and do the and then the link will be in the Patreon group. You click the link, you come through on YouTube, and you watch the post game recaps on YouTube. And plus, I can still do that from my phone or my iPad, so I don't always have to come down to the computer. Cutter might be fun on the wrong brownies, Deanna. We're going to put that stuff in the pool to make sure nobody pees in it, because the water will turn blue. So, yeah, we'll be back with post-game recaps, some special shows along the way, and then, of course, playoff shows just for you guys. And then next year, BSU pool party. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And, as always, and Eddie will be back with me. We got hockey in it, just a couple weeks away now. And then I will be in Florida. Jen and I will be in Florida the last week and a half of September. So we'll probably have we'll probably still do some shows, and I'll just be down in Florida doing the shows with Eddie. We'll let Eddie run the control, like when I was in Vegas. But there'll be a lot more alcohol in Florida than there was in Vegas. So I don't really have anything else for you. We'll get more into everything when Eddie's back. And like I said, we didn't want to go too long without saying hello to you guys. We miss being on the air, miss talking to you guys. There's just been nothing going on Ranger wise, and there's only so many times we could talk about the Riley Smith trade. So I guess we'll call it a night. I originally thought I did this for 15 minutes, but I was able to stretch to a half hour. Thank you all so much for your support. I return you to your summer. Enjoy. I will be, Ryan, you don't know how many times we've made that reference to Clark Griswold dreaming about the pool. Yeah, it'll be my co-host Eddie instead of cousin Eddie on the diving board. We keep talking about that, how I'll be standing at the window when it's snowing and when it's 15 degrees here in Bethlehem, just looking out and seeing the Patreon people in the pool. So we will definitely tell Eddie you said hi. Thanks, Deanna. We'll see you guys soon. We love you. Let's go, Rangers. Thanks for your